Today we are going to work on a KCSE question which was sent in 2014. It tells us to expand a minus b to the power of 6. And it also tells us to use the first three terms of the expansion in part A to find the approximate value of 1.98 to the power of 6. This is a question on binomial expansion. So the first step, we are going to start with part A. We are going to expand a minus b raised to the power of 6. So here we are going to start with the first term, which is a. We write it to the power of 6. We leave a gap. We write a to the power of 5. So we are going to minus the power with 1. We minus the power with 1 until we reach 0. So we leave a gap, a to the power of 4. We leave another gap, a to the power of 3. We leave a gap, a to the power of 2. We leave a gap, a to the power of 1. And finally, we have a to the power of 0. The next step, we are going to take the second term in the brackets. We have minus b. Because of the negative sign, we have to take the negative together with the unknown. So it's going to be minus b. So this is going to be minus b raised to the power of 0. Because you need to remember that we said you take when you add the two powers, 6 and 0, you need to get the overall term that you had been given here, which is 6. So 6 plus 0 is 6. So it's equal to the general power. And in the next one, when you also add the powers, should give you 6. This one, the power should give you 6. The sum of the powers in each and every combination should give you 6, as you're going to see afterwards. So you take minus b. This one is going to give you to the power of 1. You add 1. Minus b, you add 1, is going to be 2. Minus b, you add 1, 3. Minus b, this one is 4. Minus b, this one is 5. And finally, minus b, this one is 6. So you will see that when you add the powers, 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. 0 plus 6 is 6. That is what you should be doing to confirm if you have gotten the correct combinations. Afterwards, you look for the binomial coefficient on your logarithmic table. You look for the binomial coefficient. For 6, we have the first one as 1. The second one is 6. The third one is 15. The fourth one is 20. The fifth one is 15. The sixth one is 6. And the seventh one is 1. After this, the next step, you add all of the terms. You add all of them. So this is going to be our answer, but first we need to simplify it. So we are going to simplify this. For the first term, we have 1 multiplied by a to the power 6 multiplied by negative b to the power 0. Any number to the power 0 is 1. Here we are going to remain with a to the power 6. And in the next one, we have a negative here. Remember that we said that the negative sign, if it is contained in the bracket sign and the power is odd, the negative will remain. So this is going to be negative. We have 6 here, a to the power 5 and b. We go to the next one. The negative sign here is raised to an even power. So this one is going to be positive because the power is even. The power is even, the negative sign becomes positive. If the power is odd, the negative sign remains negative. So this one is going to be positive 15, a to the power 4, b squared. The next one is going to be negative because this negative sign here is raised to an odd power. So this one is going to be 20, a to the power of 3, b to the power of 3. The next one here is going to be positive because this is 15, a squared, and minus b here is raised to the power of 4. 4 is an even number. So this one is going to be positive. We are going to have 15, a squared, b to the power of 4. The next one here is going to be negative. because this one is an odd power. We have 6ab to the power of 5. And lastly, we have 1 multiplied by a to the power 0, which is equal to 1 multiplied by negative b to the power of 6. The power 6 is even, so this one is going to be positive. So this is now our final answer, because there is no further terms that you can simplify in this expression. So what we are going to do next is to move to part B. Part B asks us to use the first 3 terms of the expansion in A to find the approximate value of 1.98 to the power of 6. The first 3 terms are which ones? We have this one as the first one, the second one, and the third one. So these 3, we are going to use these 3. A to the power of 6 minus 6, a to the power of 5b plus 15, a to the power of 4b squared. That is all we are going to use in this expression. So we have 1.98 to power 6. So here, the first step that you do once you're given this number, you take this number and you look for a term to be able to find a and b, so that it can change it to look in this form, a minus b to the power of 6. So you're going to equate the two. 1.98 to the power of 6 is equals to a minus b to the power of 6. The powers are the same, so these ones you can cancel them. We remain with 1.98 is equals to a minus b. And we need to find a, and we need to find the value of b. So once you reach here, you look for a term. Any number that when you minus another number, you can get 1.98. So the simplest method to use is to round off this to the nearest whole number. We're going to round off 1.98 to the nearest whole number. It's going to be 2. We are going to get 2.00. So that is 2. And then we have minus. What do we minus from 2 to get 1.98? You're going to realize that when you minus 0.02, you're going to get 1.98. So this is going to give us 1.98. So you realize if this gives us 1.98, this is going to be a value of A and this is going to be a value of B. So A will be equal to 2.00 and B will now be equal to 0.02. Then you come and replace. They've told to use the first 3 terms of the expansion in A to find the approximate value of 1.98 to power 6. So you're going to replace the first 3 terms. Where we have A, you replace it with 2, and where we have B, you replace it with 0.02. So you're going to have a to the power of 6 minus 6, a to the power of 5b plus 15, a to the power of 4b squared. This is going to be equal to, once we replace with 2, is going to be 2 to the power of 6 minus 6, 2 to the power of 5. Our b is 0.02 plus 15, 2 to the power of 4. Our b is 0.02 to the power of 2. And then we simplify. We can press it in the calculator to give us our answer. 2 to the power of 6 minus 6 multiplied by 2 to the power of 5 multiplied by 0.02, and then plus 15 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4 multiplied by 0.02 squared. You'll realize that this will give us 60.256. This is what you get after combining all of this in your calculator. So this is our answer. This is our answer.